lot of people, but really not as many as they should because they're not really that good. They're just using an auto shotgun because you don't really have to aim with it, as you can see. Very nice niche being the headshot sniper rifle. Can you stand still a little bit? Thank you. They don't understand my skill because I have a headshot sniper rifle. I have to hit them in the head. All you guys have to hit. All right, so hello gamers and welcome back to another video. So toxic guns and phantom forces is kind of an interesting topic because yeah, for a long time in this game, there have been guns that have been regarded as toxic or sweaty or whatever that may be. So this is going to be more of the toxic guns and not necessarily just sweaty guns in phantom forces. If you want to see like the sweatiest gun in every category, I definitely could make that too. There will be some overlap, but not entirely because some guns are just like straight up toxic and not necessarily sweaty. The sweaty players don't like certain guns that toxic players definitely like. So let's go for 1,000 likes on this video. These guns don't necessarily make you a bad person for using them. They just tend to be toxic guns. And first off, we have assault rifle and of course M231. Honestly, at this point, you have to kind of be a little bit toxic in order to use this gun. That's because the gun got a nerf, but M855 has, you know, 100 rounds, 1200 RPM and can still 3-hit kill. And I don't really like that conversion that much, so I don't really have it on. But yeah, if you've seen this gun before, you know how toxic this thing can be and how annoying it is to fight it because yeah, there's a person running it, most definitely a hipfire setup that is running around Bazaar with a 100 round drum mag gun that can kill you in, you know, like 0.05 seconds or something ridiculous, and they're just going to destroy you. It's a super annoying gun to fight against, and for me, it's honestly like a really annoying gun to fight with, you know? I don't really like the gun anymore. It used to be a lot more broken, but they nerfed the default ammo, but buffed the M855, which is, you know, the 100 round conversion. So definitely an interesting gun to fight against, and definitely you're an interesting person if you use it. I'm not saying you're toxic if you use it, but that tends to be the case for most of the players who use it. Next up, we have battle rifles, and battle rifles is pretty difficult to actually nail down one. And at the moment, I'd probably give it to the Beowulf ECR 556 conversion. Now, this is toxic because you're taking a fundamentally high recoil, lower fire rate, more interesting classic guns, and then you're just turning it into a boiled down assault rifle or a carbine. I'm not saying this gun is like bad. It isn't really as good as it used to be. It's all right. But if you use this, you're basically just taking a battle rifle and making it a really generic automatic rifle. I'm not saying you're necessarily toxic if you use the gun, but yeah, a lot of people who use this are also pretty toxic. If you're using this, you might be toxic, you might not be, but you probably are. Not even a necessarily terrible gun. It used to be a lot better because it used to be able to 3-hit kill, but like, as you can see, it's good. But that goes without saying. It's an 800 RPM, 30 round automatic. 556. It's pretty generic. Pretty much everyone knows the gist of this type of gun, and I'm on a 9 kill streak right now, and I kind of don't want to end it, but yeah, that's the toxicity of this gun for you. Hey, 11. Ooh, we are still alive. Next up, of course, we have the carbines, and this is going to a gun that should probably not be a carbine, but I guess this is a carbine barrel variant of the HK21. It's the HK51B. I very rarely will see this in game. When I do, it's somebody who either pre-bought it or is just toxic overall, and you know, it's got 100 rounds, kind of like the M231, but it has actually a lot more damage up close. And overall, it actually does have a bit more damage, but it's not going to save you when the range and the recoil is this bad. Probably less accurate overall than the M231, but yeah, you get 100 rounds, pretty fast fire rate, and of course the damage in close range, although it drops very hard. It starts dropping at 20 studs, but in that range, it's amazing. Like, even there, it's going to be like a 4-hit kill, but it can be a 2-hit kill head up close with some of the fastest fire rate, I think the fastest automatic fire rate of any carbine in the game. And with hollow point, it does do 49 damage, but of course, it doesn't 2-hit kill, so it's not really necessary. And you can run squad barrel and get 20 to 90 studs of range, which is really not that bad, honestly. I thought it was a lot worse, but, you know, that's not terrible. Actually, it's pretty good. Max range is bad though, and that is with squad barrel, which will make your handling worse and whatever, but like, definitely one of the guns in the game. Definitely one of the guns of all time. I'm surprised it's never gotten a nerf, but like, nobody uses it for some reason. I don't know. SMGs are usually pretty overall like nicer people, to be honest, but like, if there is one that's usually used by like toxic high ranks, it's gonna go to the MP5. I think the MP5 is a good gun though, and most of the people who use it are not that toxic, but as I said, like, PWs are usually not like that toxic of players. A lot of sweaty players use them, but not like toxic players. I don't really know why. The MP5 is definitely one of the more toxic ones, if not the most toxic one, but I really can't think of anything else, so that's why I'm gonna say that it's this one. If you have a suggestion for this one, let me know in the comments, but honestly, this is not really that bad of a gun to fight against. It is pretty freaking accurate for a PW, and its velocity got a nerf, but like, it's still really, really good. As an overall gun, great range, and just superb recoil, you know? It can 3-hit kill up close, and 5-hit kill and 4-hit kill really far for a PW. range isn't quite as good as it used to be, but of course they did actually bring back the PDW long barrel a little bit, and I do recommend this gun quite a bit. It's really good. Best PDW in the game, honestly, it might be. Next up, of course, we have shotguns, and what better gun to go to than the USAS, actually. I wouldn't say it's really the AA-12 anymore. I feel like the A-12 has almost become more of a joke gun, like more of a meme gun. Like, I don't really see that many people running it anymore, unless they're running like a really garbage setup. But if you've seen a USAS pre-buy who's like rank 38, these guys can be really annoying. They'll have like 10,000 kills on the gun. They'll run around and they will kill a lot of people, but really not as many as they should because they're not really that good. They're just using an auto shotgun because don't really have to aim with it, as you can see. Yeah, auto shotguns are low skill, okay? Lots of guns in this game are just overall not that skillful because this game doesn't really have like super skill-based guns except for a few like headshot semi-auto guns. Those guns you can make an argument are like low velocity guns, like the SL9 for example. I would say that actually requires quite a bit of skill, which is why I usually don't do that well with the SL9. But the USAS I'm always going to do well with, you know, because it's an easy to use gun. They buffed it for no reason. It was good before, and now it's honestly like really good. I don't like to say that it's good because I don't want people to use it, because if people did abuse it, yeah, it would probably get nerfed, but like I do not want to fight this gun too often. Before it was good because it wasn't really that broken. It does a lot more damage now and has better recoil and better spread as well, I believe, which is really not necessary because like the gun is really good, and it was good before because it was so easy to use, but now it's like genuinely good, you know, as a shotgun goes. It's kind of annoying. Next up we have DMR, and of course probably VSS 762 now. Most of the people who use it are fine, but like people who are also like pretty toxic in chat, they tend to know what the current like, oh, this is the new gun that's really broken. Right now that is 762 on the VSS. This gun is like really good. The default VSS is pretty decent, you know, but the VSS always had this kind of weird conversion that was essentially a locked semi-auto, less damage and less fire rate conversion on the VSS. It was really not good at all. It's probably one of the worst conversions in the game. It was all right, like it was usable, but it wasn't good. And they decided to make it a little bit different. It does less damage than it used to, but yeah, it's automatic and it has 700 RPM. And if you've used the default ammo with automatic on the VSS, you know, you can't really use that anymore. Don't use it. It's bad. Because they basically made it so that if you run automatic, it has like insane recoil. It increases the recoil by like 200% or something crazy. I don't even know why, because if you use it in semi-auto, it's pretty accurate. Overall, the VSS default isn't really that good anymore. I don't see that many people using it, but when they are using the VSS, it's with 762 because yeah, it's the broken conversion. This conversion has a great 3-hit kill range, 2-hit kill head range, good RPM, but not great RPM, which is good because it only has 20 bullets. The reload speed is pretty good, the recoil is pretty good, the velocity is pretty good. It's got everything you could kind of expect for in a very sweaty gun, but it does the damage, man. 38 to 24. Most of the sweat guns do, you know, 32, 34. This is hitting for 38 down to 24, which makes it probably like a 4-hit kill all ranges with a single headshot, which makes it extremely good. Like, it's really good. I can definitely see why somebody who's toxic also uses it. This is probably going to be one of the few overlap guns between sweaty and toxic because it's really good. And toxic players don't like DMRs. Last up, we have a gun I really like, but yeah, it's pretty toxic as well. The Scout. And yeah, the Scout is a good gun. I really like it. It does have like a very nice niche of being the headshot sniper rifle. Can you stand still a little bit? Thank you. And because it's actually like pretty difficult to use because you have to hit headshots with it basically exclusively unless you're using the torso kill conversion, which is kind of the baby mode way to play it. But of course, by saying that, I'm basically being just as sweaty and toxic as those other people, because people who use this, like a lot of them are pretty nice, but then other ones are like, oh wow, all these people using automatic guns and using like the intervention, they don't understand my skill because I have a headshot sniper rifle. I have to hit them in the head. All you guys have to hit them in the torso. Ooh. And that is of course not all Scout users, especially forged users, because if you guys didn't know, what the carry handle sight, light barrel, vertical grip, ballistics tracker, and 5.56, the Scout is the best gun in the entire game. Those people are not toxic because basically if you use the Forge, your personality will actually improve drastically. So if you're a bad person, equip those attachments in my VIP server. Go on my Discord, go to my VIP server, put those on, and you'll be a better person. It's like actually kind of crazy. If you guys didn't know, before this, I was actually like a terrible human being. I did a lot of like, I can't really like disclaim what I did, and it's all alleged. Like I didn't really do anything, guys. Okay. Allegedly. It's all allegedly, but let's just say I wasn't as nice of a person as I am now. But the Forge, it made me like literally the best person ever, as you guys can probably tell, because I'm super nice. I never said anything bad about Italian people in my life, okay? Oh my gosh, and it made me more skilled at the game. But yeah, use the Forge, the best gun in the game, can one-shot Duke Fishron to the limbs, and can actually kill people who are not in your server region. So yeah, I do recommend that. And even without the setup, because I previously used the setup, it does give me a minor aim assist, but if you use the full setup, you get aimbot, which is pretty cool. But yeah, normal Scout users are kind of toxic sometimes. Most of them are pretty good, but some of them are not so good. If you use the Scout, I respect you, but also please don't like hate on other people for using different guns. The Scout is cool and requires a little bit more skill than other guns, but that doesn't mean you can like hate people for using a gun that you don't like or something. Next up, we have pistols, and yeah, I think it's gonna go to the XIX. You guys know why. You know, the XIX is like, I pre-bought the BFG, I pre-bought the M107, and for secondary, the XIX, because it's the big deagle. My high skill secondary, blah, 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 one-shots, pistol, blah, blah, blah. It's so boring. I talk about it in like half my videos, dude, because yeah, it's broken, always was broken, will probably always be broken. It's definitely a lot less broken than it used to be. It's gotten multiple nerfs. Is it balanced? Probably not, because like the other pistols just don't compare to a one-shot capability. But versus like a machine pistol, it's balanced, but like you could make the argument that a machine pistol is also broken and does a completely different thing, so it's hard to compare them anyway, because this is a one-shot hand cannon. You know, the machine pistol is an auto pistol that does a lot less damage, so it's really difficult to actually compare the two. But yeah, this gun is really freaking broken. Oh, I didn't die? I thought I died to that guy. Machine pistols is kind of weird because like the Tech 9 is like bad, you know? The Tech 9 is not good. I don't really see any toxic users of any machine pistols because most of the time the toxic people don't really pull out their secondary unless it's like the XIX. But yeah, I'm gonna go off on a limb and say it's the Scorpion. I don't know. Literally, I have no idea, so I'm gonna say Scorpion. Scorpion is blah, blah, blah. Please let me know in the comments if there's like a toxic machine pistol. I don't know, dude. I'm gonna give it to the Scorpion. I'm sorry, Scorpion. This gun is loud. Toxic people love the loud guns. Why is this so loud now? It is so loud now. This gun used to be like extremely broken. It used to have way better recoil as well as a 3-hit kill, and now it's like a, I don't even know what it is, like a 4-hit kill now? 30 to 17. Used to do 34 to 19 and had same range, but like it was more accurate too. It was basically like a pocket assault rifle. Next up, revolvers, executioner, because it's like the XIX, but it's a revolver. I'm bored of this. Okay, F5. I don't know, dude. Secondaries are weird. I guess Saiga 12U. Best pocket shotgun, Saiga 12U. I have quite a few kills on it. Not a ton of kills on it, but a decent amount. I have 185, which is pretty good. Probably because I got like a 40 kill game with this gun only, with no extended magazine. Yeah, this gun is really good. If you've ever used this gun before, picked it up, you know this is like the best pocket shotgun in the game because it's basically just a Saiga 12, but it's a secondary. That's about it. Like, yeah, it's got a smaller magazine, just run extended mag, and then put like the gun in their face and they will die. The fire rate is the same as the Saiga 12U, which if you didn't know, Saiga 12U has a lot of freaking fire rate. 350, it was actually the fastest fire rate before the USAS. It's faster than the AA-12, yeah. Pocket semi-auto shotgun with better damage than the AA-12 has a faster fire rate than the AA-12. I don't know if it's better damage, but like, this is a secondary. The AA-12 is completely different, you know? It's a primary shotgun. Yeah, the Saiga 12U is broken. If you want an incredibly CQC-based gun, like, it doesn't have great range, but as you can see, up to like 20, 30 studs, this is such a consistent one-shot. Like, it does not need to be this good. Does it need a nerf? Oh yeah, it needs a nerf. I don't know why it's so good, but hey, I'm not complaining. I don't even have a laser on it, which is weird. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. Comment down below more videos for me to make if you guys want to see more remasters, because this is a remaster of like a 2-year-old video that has completely different guns in it. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Goodbye.